Open your mind. Wide. Wider. Wider still. More, please. There now. Awaken to the peculiar, and never shall you be bored again. This announcement brought to you by...
Hey everybody, it's time for... I don't know what monkeys sounds make, but we're playing GEO-MONKEY. Everybody wanted to see this for about the last 2 weeks, and I finally pulled it off. So it's land destruction, so we might get some rage quitting and such, and I'll be the first to say, and I'm not trying to diss the lists at all. There's two, there's the original, and then we made very slight modifications to this one. Don't be taking this to a tournament. There's times you could probably win with very dependent land decks and such, but we've been winning a lot lately, so it's time to go back into the... we might win too. Who knows? This is the deck that was the only one to beat us a few weeks ago, but anyway, this is the list. Everybody's been wanting to see it. It's called GEO-MONKEY. It's probably one of the coolest names ever. We got 18 lands, 4 citadels. The rest are mountains. 4 lootings, 3 firebolts. I'm playing 3 insolent neonates over the original firebolt with Thrill of the Possibility. Reason being, you'll see in a bit, but it mostly has to do with where is it? It's this card that... Did I bury it? Oh no, there it is. Icefall. With the recover ability when a creature is put into the graveyard. And I wanted something, I was thinking of Mogg Fanatic, but in the end I kind of wanted to just go for more draw ability, so I went with 3 neonates there. So little fights in the house. All right, good to see. I'm reading backwards again, sorry about that. LD hyping, sure, just coping with the lockdown number 2. Yeah, I know, that's why I got the old COVID frame out here, so everybody's experiencing it. My mom, I haven't seen her in over a year. She's coming to visit us for Thanksgiving and Christmas, so it's going to be a very crowded house, and so we're going to have to do the whole self-quarantine thing and all that, but it's going to be nice to see a new face, I'll tell you what. Them Chimsky in the house, all right. So yeah, tell us, please elaborate or tell us about your COVID stories in the chat if you've got any. So yeah, so this is GEO-MONKEY anyway, and then we've got 4 bolt removal here. I'm going with 2 Cougars. Richard Lay's list. Richard Lay is the originator of the list. He had 3 of these main. Just felt like it was a bit too much. I know you can mountain cycle. Who knows? He's probably right, and we'll find out. 2 Icefall, kind of the recursion theme of the deck. Able to get an artifact or land. We got 4 Guardian Idols, the 4 Cleansing Wildfires, and the aforementioned Simian Spirit Guide, which takes the bulk of the moniker here. We've got 4 Stone Rains making an appearance that wasn't in the original list. I like this artwork because it's black bordered, one of the few that is. We've got Molten Rain and Pillage, the very flexible card. Now the sideboard, we've got 2 Lava Darts, just multi-purpose, able to snap fairies out of the thin sky. We've got a Mogg Fanatic for the same sort of thing, and also to trigger Icefall. I was thinking of this or the Vampire, so I went with 1 and 3, split them up. Maybe at the end of the show we'll be like, what was I thinking? It should have been Mogg Fanatic, whatever. We got 4 Pyroblast. I like this all the time over Red Elemental Blast because you can do it at any time. There's some weird scenarios where that can come into play. 2 Skred show up here because we're playing Snow Mountains, and you never know. It's nice to get rid of big stuff late in the game. We've got 2 Tormod's Crypts. Used to have relics here. Thought about Macabre. You go with Macabre, you got to go all in. I wanted the room. 1 wasn't enough. Figured we got too much graveyard stuff going on. I don't want to be dancing around it, and so we're just going with the old school artifact frame. And who's with me? Isn't this a better artifact color than this? I mean, that's good artwork, but look at the frame. There's no mistaking that for a white card. Anyway, 1 Flaring Pain and 3 Swirling Sandstorms. Disruption in the house. Good to see you. And Jose Prevista. All right. Very cool. So we're just going to jump on in here. We're probably going to get some Ragers because nobody likes to play land destruction usually. We'll see what we can see. GEO-MONKEY. by Richard Lay. And oh, by the way, I think I sent Shiraz a link and Little Fight. Hopefully you guys have that close by. Had some very tragic news in the Magic community. RIW Hobbies over in Michigan. The owner, John Wilkerson, lost his brother in a very tragic car accident. His brother and I think it was his wife too, and they had 2 little kids, and it's just as tragic gets, even for 2020. I mean, it's just heartbreaking. So if you've got the funds and you've got something on your Christmas list, please go support RIW Hobbies, or there's a Facebook link. They're having services today for his brother. And I know I'm tight on funds, but I donated, and I suggest you do too, because people like that are really kind of the pillars of the community, and they make that Saturday outing that much more special. And you know, who's ready for that, right? I mean, those kind of things come up, and life happens, and unfortunately death does too. And it's really a bummer. I want to get that out of the way so we can kind of try to stay a little bit more positive, but I'd be kidding myself if it wasn't forefront of my mind. Anyway, so hey, let's hope that this is the same style of deck that we lost to, because if you remember 2 weeks ago, we lost with a Blackburn list similar to this. So we don't really have much of a play here other than the Faithless Looting. Get a little bit flooded, and that's cool, because now we got options here. Yes, that's the one. I believe if it leads to the men, I believe so. Pauper Tim in the house. Thank you. All right, so we'll get rid of this and this, and we'll just keep on moving here. Hopefully we can win a few. I don't expect a 3-2. I would think would be a good outing for this. Probably expecting about a 2-3 today. We'll see. Oh, we got a little ally version going on. Good. It's not the one I'm playing. I'm glad. Learned a lot this last week. I got second in the Pauper Classic Tuesday. I lost in the finals to kind of a mirror match. A little bit more all in. If you follow Buy Me a Coffee supporters, got to see the list. Might show it next week. Went 4-1 with it twice. Then I had like a 2-3, and then I just kind of hung it up. I just need to walk. I don't know how else to say it. I need to walk more. When I do that, I tend to see the deck in my mind and come to a non, how could I put it? A non-ego take on it, I guess would be the best way. Well, where, you know, you're removed enough from the deck that you're not too worried about it. I think I'm going to roll like this, and hopefully we can keep a mana screwed. So like a lot of times when I'm really into a list, you can't quite see it clearly, like a new relationship or anything like that. You love struck, whatever. When you put it down for a week or two and you come back to it, you can really see it with cleaner eyes. I do anyway. That's just how I roll. But ooh, a Seraph Sanctuary, very nice. Yeah, Little Fight's back. Everybody, welcome him back. We missed you. It's been lonely. I mean, everybody's been keeping me company, but I miss my buddy. So he's coming back more educated than ever, wearing a few more hats to his already illustrious hat career, if that's a thing. Ooh, boy, we're going to need our Swirling Sandstorm. The original list had 4. I cut it down to 3. Maybe I was wrong. Don't sleep on Swirling Sandstorm against Tron. It wipes away pretty much everything other than Mold Drifters. A lot of people don't really see that one as an option, but it's pretty cool. Ooh, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I want to cut them off black, and I want to do it quick. But what do we do it with? I think we'll probably keep our dude out for next turn. Let's, let's exile this. I'll do this, this, and this, and we'll blow this up. Bonk. And hopefully we can draw into something else. Now when that destroys it, it goes and gets a search their library for a basic land card. Okay, darn it. What about MTG clan, huh? Played Magic. Late to the game. What are we playing today? It's called GEO-MONKEY. This is from one of our fans, Richard Lay. He beat us about 2 weeks ago. We were playing Blackburn, and we were all tickled by the name of it and stuff. It was pretty cool. And he's made some changes to it. I made just a few slight tweaks to that, and we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I don't think it's uber competitive, but you never know. It might be the genesis of some cool new thing coming up. We got him hurting for that, but at this stage, I almost don't want to play this. I mean, I could do it on my own myself. I'll do it to the Citadel, draw a card here. Kind of want to keep them on the colorless lands. We need to, yes, I want to use the ability. Let's draw a card, please. All right, and that's an ally, another ally in this battlefield. Yeah, we got to start mopping some stuff up here. Let's see why we need to wait on that. Let's pull that off in case another ally shows up. Yes, GEO-MONKEY. Aptly named because of the 2 exiled monkeys that make the deck go. I honestly, I like the name so much, but the deck builder in me was like, I don't know if you need these. So, but we'll see. That's what this is all about. Exploration, good times. Having a good time. All right. I've actually been working a lot this week, so I haven't had too much time on my hands. All right, let's, I guess we could do this again. Draw, we kind of need a, you know what, let me do this. Let me Faithless Loot here. 2 is better than 1. All right, there's that. We don't really need this anymore. And I guess we don't really need that anymore, but I'd rather draw than not. I'm going to do this. We'll play this. We'll do this to this. Draw another card. Trying to find like maybe a Firebolt here. And nope. A lot more looting. That's all right. When I first built Boros Bully, I had, what was the card? The discard a card, draw 2 cards. It's not Thrill the Possibility. That wasn't printed yet, but that spooky hallway artwork. And I had 4 Faithless Lootings too, and at the time it felt right, but as the deck evolved, it felt like 4 Lootings, it's like 8 cards that do a lot. So, but we need a blocker really quick here, or we're going to be dead meat big time. Let's do this. We're going to have to pitch something of what we draw here. Well, that's cool. We don't need that or that, and we can kill that and that. So let's do this and this. Bring this down here. Block like this. Let's kill the thing we can't block. Fortunately, at 3 life, we're kind of stuck doing that, and then we'll have to trade and go from there. Maybe we can pull this off. I doubt it. We don't really have any life gain in this deck, so. And we're dead. Oh, no, we're not. Yeah, we are. Oh, well. Hey, maybe I can, yeah, with this card, maybe we should be playing Fiery Temper, right? We'll just do this for the sake of habit. We'll do this. Oh, we can't discard a card. I thought it was the opposite. Draw 1, then discard, but we're dead. All right, so I'll put a big L there for the first outing. That's all right. We'll call this no. This is Cleric Burn, I guess. Something like that. Not too competitive, that game. So let's bring in some board wipes. I want to bring in a Mogg Fanatic, a lot of 1-drops, so I'm going to bring in a lot of this stuff. Icefall felt a little underwhelming. Cut that to 1. We've got that at 2, and cut this by 1. Pillage is actually going to be pretty good here. I want to cut some Stone Rains. And maybe 1 Molten here. I think we're going to keep our detonation package here. Let me do this. Bring back in 1 of these. I'm liking this a little bit better. We've got some defense here in Firebolt, Lava Dart, Lightning Bolt, Mogg Fanatic. Be able to trigger this at least once. You know what? Let's see if we can keep this honest. We'll bring that back in and try to keep on theme. Pauper Tim in the house. Butter Ghost back. All right, so Vatara and Turfworm could be great in this deck. Yeah, considered, and I'm sure the designer did too. We're after more of the true land destruction, not just the denial for a turn. But yeah, same sort of idea. It's a lot of cute stuff, I'm not going to lie. But like I said, a lot of times you play a deck like this and you get these little eureka moments that make you go, not to sound like a CNC factory reject, but we're going to mulligan that. All right, we'll keep this. Open up our yards here, and hopefully we can do some things. I think we're going to just lose Pillage here. I'd rather be able to keep them off stuff at this point. Can discard Lava Dart pretty well in this list. Yeah, Mono Black Changelings. But I think the changeling is there because it wants to be a ally or a cleric, right? We'll keep this. And unfortunately, I think we're going to lose the pillage. We'll go like that. And lead off with our dude. And see what we can do here. Always have to read menace again. Can be blocked by 2 or more creatures. For some reason, I always think it's like fear or like, oh, they have an artifact, I can't attack. I always have to read it again and again. What are you going to do? All right. Ooh, he needs blue. Well, we might want to wildfire that one in that case. We'll see. I don't know. What do you think? 1's better than 2. Yeah, let's take it out. I mean, it's only for a turn, but he also gets to... he doesn't get the flexibility. That's what I'm after here. He gets a swamp down. We get to draw a card. Now maybe he really needed black and blue, and now he's only got the 1 option, so we'll see. Watch out, says Nemchimsky. Opponent is probably paying Spellstutter Sprite. Oh, we got that covered with Lava Dart. Ooh, yeah. And down comes this. Changeling Outcast showing up. I'll make quick work of that. Let's get rid of the black since we saw so much if we do have the option there. Alrighty. Let's rock like this. I'm going to keep this in our yard. I know I could use it for the Neonate. That's probably the more accurate spell, but now what's cool is we can trip the Icefall just by sacking this guy to draw a card once we get a little flooded and stuff. I don't think 4 is a bit too many. 2 might be the right answer. I don't know. Maybe we want to see it always the Mogg Fanatic. Definitely seems that way against any sort of weenie horde strategy like what we're up against now. But yeah, what was I going to say? All right, got that. Little checklist of points to make. I tell you. We can always discard the Firebolt. I think that might be too much card for that, but I also don't want to Lightning Bolt a lot of card for that, but I want to hit our tempo with the Icefall if I can kill their swamp outings here. Guess not. Oh well. We'll come at them with a Neonate plan. And Knights. Yes, Nimchimsky recovers a keyword ability that just debuted in Cold Snap. Oh, thank you for that, Nimchimsky. Nice little MTG knowledge coming up. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday, says Kimbar. Back at ya. Yeah. Okay. The first year or two, we've got a artificial Christmas tree for the first time in my life. Hey, you were right, Nims. I think you're on to something here. Now we got the dart in the yard, so that's cool. So we can bait it with a Firebolt if we draw a little heavy here with lands. I think I'm going to call this Dimir Have It All, or Dimir Every Creature. Yeah, that's all we like to see is spicy brews. Cooper the Red. And it's a wizard. The synergy. Wow. Son's been beating me over the head with his Golgari list. It's got a bunch of rares and weird things with red mana symbols. And it's pretty cool. It's fun when your kid throttles you. Good times. All right. Let's attack. Well, the deck's to get a little mana screwed. What's going on here? Not worth the Firebolt at this point. I'll keep it back. Yeah, it seems to be that way, Butterghost. You know, at first I looked at the tree and I'm like, oh, that looks kind of like a Charlie Brown tree. And my wife's like, no, you just have to, do this, and this. And then I was like, oh, wow, it really came to life. But, when it comes right out of the box, you're like, ugh. But they have kind of bend to fit sort of tricks going on. So pretty neat. Are we going to go all the way with Neonate? Maybe we should just throw some Bone Splitters in this and be done with it. Nice little unblockable synergy action going on here. Here we are. Okay. Yeah, we like this. Let's do this. We'll get rid of that pesky backwater. I tell ya. Oh, okay. Well, that'll be back. I think we probably want to do this now. I know they can't block, but I don't want those things starting to add up and eat our life away. Yeah, it's if you go on our Facebook page, Cooper the Red, you'll see the first version of it. Everybody was really jonesing to see the list, so, and I didn't spoil it last week, so I was like, well, next week's show, and so to hold you over, here it is. But our Facebook viewer, Alex Pagel, I think is how you pronounce his name, really good contributor. I usually see eye to eye with him a lot. He can come off a little bit harsh to some people, but I never see it that way. It's just like dealing with Spock, and I always appreciate it. And Richard Lay, the guy that designed this list, he took his advice in, and instead of being all defensive and stuff, made some modifications, and yeah, worked out all right. So it's nice to see, and I congratulated him via email, just being like, it's nice to see somebody with an open mind. It's kind of a rare thing anymore. Everybody with their little tribes and stuff, but it's very cool. Oh boy, this thing seems to have teeth. I don't know if we're going to make it. Opponent's list or ours? Oh, I think, yeah, I'd like either one. I don't think I've seen an official list. Is this placed on a challenge? I haven't been keeping up because, like I said, I've had actually quite a bit of work in the last few weeks. Alrighty. Well, we've got this. Let's clean up while we can. Do this to this. Let me go get a land with the Cougar. Cycle this. Grab a mountain. Boop. Play a mountain. Zap a... Let's zap a seer. Keep the creature count as low as we can so they can't just start going off of one mind. And unfortunately, they keep gaining their life back. So as you can tell, you catch somebody unawares with this list and you draw decent, it's going to do well. But against a deck where you kind of need to stay alive, like maybe this needs life staff. There's a lot of things this may need. Or maybe just shelf it for like, hey, sometimes I just feel like playing this list, and there's nothing wrong with that either. So I definitely think they're on the better list as far as competitive goes. Yeah, been able to clear some stuff out here at least. Alrighty, well, kind of need to do that. We've got the option here. We could with the menace ability, we could discard this, trigger Icefall, and blow something up. But with 5 land in this low curve, I don't really think that's that good of a game plan. I want to clear off these dudes. We'll go like this. Yeah, as long as you're out of Electrickery fear. It's one of my favorite things about Brute Squad is that it looks like Electrickery would really hurt it, and it usually doesn't. I mean, there's maybe 1 in 50 games where it's like, oh, but most of the time it's like 1 for 1, or maybe you get 2 things and then they just throw the husk on something and it hits you even harder the next turn. Actually, I think Brute Squad might survive if all the doomsday advocates out there about the new Pyroclasm that's coming out in about 5 days. I don't think it's going to have an impact, definitely. There's so many cards it has to. But after a while, I think it's not going to be as bad as people think for creatures. But then you look at like Brute Squad, so many things do have power of or toughness of 3, or with the help of Flare Husk can get there. Not too worried about that. And hey, maybe my Untouchables list with the protection from red might be a really good call next week, right? Everybody's going to be throwing that list together, and it's like, have fun. All right. Well, we're kind of stuck having a block here, aren't we? I think so. I think I would rather do that on their turn. We've attacked for like 15, I think, but they just keep gaining the life here, so nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, I'm a little afraid of a Spell Stutter Sprite here. I hate living in fear of those, but I do. I think I'm just going to let me attack with 1, and then I'll lightning bolt the whatever this thing is, the Vampire Cleric ally. Yeah. Oh, coffee in hand and made the live stream. All right, Torvis76 with the caffeinated knowledge. Good times. Well said, little fight. All right, before the draw, let's get rid of any shenanigans. We have fairy hits us next turn, not this one. I can block this. Got my coffee right here. All right, well, at least he's not getting life now. This is exactly what I like, Blackburn style list, because unchecked these things can get a little crazy. Huh? Hey, we got a little freebie there, mini punt. Having to use real removal on those gets maddening sometimes, you know. Alrighty. I'll try it. Let's get rid of the unblockable. We're only at 7 life. This deck really needs a way to gain some life. Okay. We've got that and that. Thinking I'm going to do this. I really want to cast that Simian. Against this kind of a list, a 2 toughness body seems like it might be pretty good. So, yeah, Thief of Hope is very underplayed. I remember when the challenges first debuted. I forget which player it was, but there was a pretty cool Kami of False Hope recursion loop that I thought was going to become like a very viable thing, and I think it was just so complicated that people just shelved it. MTM tap. Yeah, Blackburn in the finals. Yeah, it was funny. Some of the cards he had, it was just like, what? You know, I was like, I got this, and I was like, no, you don't. Kind of a little bit frustrating there. I think we're going to need to save Icefall for any sort of artifact critters coming our way. That being said, I'm going to drop the... I'm just going to cast the guide. We're 1 mana away from whatchamacallit, but I want to keep our options open. Maybe we can finally come in and let them draw dead a little bit. But as you can see right now, land destruction's pretty dead in the water, and that's always the problem with it. It's kind of like it's like a brother or sister to discard. If they're hellbent, you're just holding a card that really does nothing. It gets maddening when that happens. So, yeah, I was so tired on Tuesday night. My youngest was joining me, and he ended up getting 8th. But it was one of those frustrating days where, you know, his opponent wouldn't show, and then he'd get a bye, and it was like he just wanted to play, you know. All right, so we've got a target for our Icefall. If anybody sees it, that is an artifact. We can trip our Neonate, drop this, shoot it, and then attack still. I think that's going to be the plan. Let's see what he returns here. He might see what we see, and then our plan will have to change. Return the Moth Dust. Okay, cool. All right, now they're hell-bent. We'll do this now, so we have it at the beginning of the turn. We can pay the recover cost now. We will discard this, sacrificing this, paying this, say okay. Yep. And draw a card. All right, that kind of worked out. That felt pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. Kind of like that. 2, 3. If we do this and drop the mountain... Oh, that comes into play tapped. I almost fell for it. I was thinking like, you know, have our cake and eat it too sort of thing. Okay, let's blow some stuff up. I think that Harpy's going to take us down. Oh, that's right, Pauper Tim. Yep. I should know. I mean, I was so into the Odyssey plane shift block that shame on me, but it's just been too long. But you're right. Yeah, I always think that you could just return anything. Good to know. Well, I think I really want to attack here. I'll attack with this, hoping that this exchange happens, but you'd have to have quite a few beers in you before you made that block, right? All right. I don't know if we can really run away with this. I don't mind if this dies now. I'm just here for the mana acceleration and the critter. Let's go. Don't think we're going to pull this one off, but it'll be fun. Pauper Tim with the mediocre Zubera. Interesting. Always a good idea. Have a little bit of a... Here's something that'll date me. Rolodex. Just a little note to self. Maybe it's drafts in your email box or something, and favorite lists that you like that are like this. Like, they're almost there, but, you know, needs a little something. And then when you find that something, you go for it. All right. Here we go. Pillage showing up. Well, that does a whole lot of nothing, doesn't it? Almost feel like tripping this now. 4 to 5, 1 to 2. Let's do this. Become a creature. Well, I guess they just have no removal. It's just all gas. 5 to 3. That gets us nothing there. Let me do this to this. I think I'm just going to pitch this EOT and hopefully I draw into something big. Some removal would be nice. Yeah, that's some nice tech. Hey, this guy kind of reminds me of you, Little Fight, when I first met you. We met in that little courtyard, and you always had your wine and your little regalia going on and playing a game of chess. It was pretty good times. Vampire's pretty far off for as much as my buddy likes the sun. All right, well, we're going to take 3 because if he remembers the outcast ability here, he'll be able to make that Moth Dust fly, and we'll only have 1 turn left. Not good, but they are hellbent. We're staying in this one, but don't think we're going to be able to pull it off. Yep, they see it. Counter and Persuader. Remember that dude? Okay. Yeah, this is just that's some pretty cool tech there. Gain a life with the and then it says all right, yep. I guess that all works too. I've always liked that Wirewood Savage. The beasts. Good times. All right, I guess we could, you know, it's probably just as well that we attack with that, right? Ooh, I don't know. Let's we can't block that either way. We're gonna be dead next turn. 3, if we get a Firebolt, that's 4, 7. Don't really have that. Trying to think if we have anything in our list that can really make this happen. I don't think we do this now. I think we have to attack. That helps a lot. I like this a lot. Let's do this to this. We'll make this. Now all of a sudden, now I can't block that, but I can shoot that. Bring this out now. We will attack with these 2. Might as well make it 3, right? I can't block that one. That's 5. Do this. There's no artifact creatures. That life gain is really just, we might have been able to have a hand in this, but not right now. All right, let's do this. Let's discard this. I am not going to pay for Icefall. Well, we have a lot of 1-drops that could be shootability or whatever you want to call it. Maybe we do pay for it. What are the options here? Yeah, let's pay for it. We're looking for like a lightning bolt, or a lava dart would just be insane right now. Lava dart, lava dart. All right, well, we could still get lava dart. Faithless Looting, Faithless Looting. Oh, man, come on now. Well, we'll at least leave a mystery in our hand as far as what we might have, right? I can block here if it comes at me with everything and then shoot. Top a bolt, says Kenbard. Yeah, I was hoping to Faithless Loot a bolt there. Or get a lava dart in our yard. Very good against this list. What do we got? It's at least kind of dramatic, this ending. Feels that way. Alright, we'll shoot this. We lose Icefall. Maybe they have an artifact creature. But we have another one in our hands, so... 7 minutes left. My goodness, what's going on here? I like recover abilities with Death Spark if you really want to drink a lot of coffee and get the spreadsheet out. Good times. Oh, that's true. You can do that. That's all right. They might have to block. Had to do it, stay alive. I know they got the oh yeah, Pauper Tim. Not bad. I've always liked that rook egg. Hard to say. Hopefully my aura, like my illumination, isn't too off the chart. I know the last two shows when I watch it back, I'm like, man, I'm bright. I'm trying to, you know, kick that morning winter light that comes in so hard. And I've got like some screens up and one light in here and all the curtains drawn, and so hopefully I'm not blinding anyone with my baldness. Down comes the moth dust changeling, and he gains a life. Oh, I don't know if we can wiggle out of this one, guys. Come on, something good. All right. Well, the good news is we don't need any of this stuff, and we've got a looting. Let's see if we can get a lava dart. Lava dart. Lava dart. Lava dart. Oh, oh, that's cruel. All right, we crash and burn hard now. It's a bit. If we had a bolt there, I mean, let's say he had a land and that was a lava dart, that would have been like bing bing, activate, swing. Oh, you can dream, right? All right. He still doesn't know what we got. Let's represent. Whoa. Let's go like this. Attack and then lose. Ah, the sprite's coming down. But man, look how susceptible that is to electrickery style lists, right? Ouch. Oh well. We got quite the COVID promos planned today. Back when the virus first hit, I remember doing a lot of COVID-related bathroom breaks and stuff. So we got that to look forward to. And we lose. Alrighty. Let's scoop it up here and see if Lava Dart was in our future. Hold on. It always does this little hiccup here. Okay, draw a card. Lightning Bolt was, but not Lava Dart. Yeah, don't think... Well, yeah, I guess might have been able to sneak one through, but probably not. All right, let's just jump right in here, see what we can see. I was planning on playing a few decks today, but I didn't want to be too unfair to Richard Lay. And I don't think this is like ferocious enough land destruction, like mono black, you know, can sometimes just lock up the game. Angler comes down and people rage quit. I think this has enough wiggle room that we could probably just see where it's at, you know. It's nice to go with that Aster 665. Hey, Deluxe, have you update to RG Tempest since last outing? Oh yeah, you know what? We're in kind of a relaxing November where last couple of weeks we've had some pretty nasty decks to show off, and they've I think gone 4-1 each time, and I've done pretty well with them off to the side. So I don't want to turn into too much of like an alpha show. So it's all about creativity. So yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I can revisit that. I will say, I think Golgari Brownscale, you don't need that Tortured Existence. That's just a good card. And especially with that new Cannonade coming out, a 3 toughness body is nothing to sneeze at anymore. And it just keeps coming back. And as we saw, we would have had probably game 2 if they didn't have that life mechanic, right? It's just that constant ding, 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 coming up, coming up, coming up. So yeah, it's oh, here we go. Let's see what we have here. Cool. All right. See, I haven't played this enough to get the feel for when I should trip that Simian Spirit Guide or not. Like, do I lead off right with an idol and then into I think that might be the play here. Just get a quick idle and then blow up the lands. Let's see. We'll try it out. Like I said, this always feels like the card where it's like, I know it's a cute name, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe Richard Lay's playing it out of his mind and getting a bunch of 5-0s, but isn't that just like it, right? We've got all this land destruction. They're just like, here, check this out. Undestructible. Or indestructible. Alrighty. Well, that's why we got it. Let's shoot the monkey. Exile. Boop. We got 3 mana the hard way. So Shiraz, COVID's pretty hard in your neck of the woods, I hear. Right outside your door sort of thing, or what's going on, buddy? Kick down the knowledge. All right. I don't know how much we really lean on getting rid of artifact lands. It's tough. You know what, though? Cleansing Wildfire is going to be pretty sweet here. Let's do this. We'll shoot this dude. We'll blow that up because I don't think they have any basics, right? This has to be a basic. Boop, boop. Boom. We'll tap this for that. It's a bad in the cities. Not where I am, though. Nice. I mean, bad, but glad it's not you. All right, so we got him down to 1 land. That feels pretty cool. Boy, Cleansing Wildfire is pretty good against Affinity, right? And probably Tron. I don't think they have too many of those. Oh. This is really getting my respect. Becomes the basic land type of your choice. But you can't search for it, sucker. I'm going to blow it up. Wow, Pauper Tim says 3 people tested positive this week. We had 4 at my store a few months ago. Damn. Particular particle locked in through several cities in New Jersey. Yeah, I heard New Jersey's just getting it. They weren't lying about that second wave. Man, oh man. All right, I'll play it safe here. I'll rock like this. Go like this. Might get a little rage quit here if we keep drawing like this, or if they don't. We'll see. I can activate that Guardian pretty soon. We get a little layup here. I just think the I don't know. What is your guys' verdict on the Simian Spirit Guide? Good news is we're taking away a lot of Tog food as the game goes on. Evangeline Ion 01. Here in Italy, we're under lockdown for the 2nd time. At least there in Tuscany. Ugh. Yep. Thank God for online gaming. Tell you, that's I'm a bit of a broken record with that, but at least there's that. All right, let's start marching in. They've only got about 14 turns. I'll make it about 12. Torvus of the cool names. UK reaching a 2nd strong wave. Yeah, I'm so grateful for this Twitch window into the world and hearing what's really happening, and you can never quite tell if the news here in the States used to be so trustworthy, and now it's, not to sound like the orange man, but there technically is a lot of stuff that isn't true out there. All right, let's blow up the furnace. Keep them honest. Well, I guess we'll drop this. And then we'll go to combat here with the floating. Can this work? Let's see. Ah, shoot. I clicked right through it. I didn't have my stop set. Oh, well. Better than losing an idol. With 2, I probably should have just pulled the trigger, but whatever. Got a Firebolt in the yard, and we can activate it. That feels pretty cool. Well, nice to see GEO-MONKEY doing a little something here. Man, we got the Stone Cold Bros. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, God, I didn't mean to do that. Can I undo that? Oh, God, that feels horrible. See, that's why we do it here first, folks. I thought that activated for 1, and I tapped it for itself. It's like, oh, if he burns this, it's going to be so well timed. Deck needs help. It doesn't need me screwing up. Fine. I got another one where that is. Take that. All of 0. Big face palm. Caramano. I think that's the first chat in. Thank you for joining us. That was pretty funny. This is always when you get very nervous as a land destruction player because you're like, everything's kind of going well, and now they're going to pull out of it and start drawing cards, and then you end up not being able to really capitalize on it. Attacking for 2 or even 4 a turn might not get there. And this isn't going to be that playable next week because it gets around edicts very well, but not the new Cannonade card. So Pauper Tim keeping things honest. All right, we'll keep that in our hand, and I'll try to play correctly here. Activate for 2. We will bluff like we have a lightning bolt. Activate for 2. And with that damn compass, our opponent is still in the plenty of life category here, but we've got a Firebolt in the yard, and we've got some Faithless Looting food in our hand. Just need a little bit of luck here. Boy, that compass sure is flexible. I toyed around with that in Brute Squad a lot. I got a next deck I build that becomes a thing. I've got to make sure not to name it with a B. Do you think Mindstone would be decent in GEO-MONKEY? I do. In fact, Methodical and I were going back and forth on a Simic list about a year back. And I almost brought something similar to that today. I think we'll keep that in hand. Let's just march over here. I'll make an idol. We are at 20 life after all. What is this new devilry? Now I really want to see Icefall, right? Bam! All right. At least those aren't pointed at our face. Booyah! Yeah, Mindstone's a pretty darn good card. Yeah, to be totally honest, if somebody was like, you have to pay money and play in a tournament with red land destruction deck, no offense, I would not play this. I would definitely. I really like that one spell for every land in your yard. It does damage and such. That's a pretty good card. But you see, it's coming away from us. We really need our Swirling Sandstorm here. Bring in the Skreds for the big boys. But even here, it's not quite enough without that 4th land. So. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could go all in on that. These are really frustrating because it's just turning off our game plan here. Let's get rid of the big boy. Need to use 2 spells, but it's more like 1.5 with this hanging out. I'll bring this down here. I'm going to hold the mountain in my hand. It's all right to take 1. I like our opponent's options with the flexibility of the compass there. And you never know. Maybe there's a blue land destruction. Now stop rolling your eyes, because you could use trinket mages into compasses and then turn on all of everything, have life and all the flexibility like we're seeing here. That might be a thing. Who knows? And we are dead in the water. We need all kinds of good stuff here. I think I might just scoop here. Let's at least blow up one of these, gain some life. I mean, lose some life. Front that we've got something. I can at least block the Inspector. And feign that we've got. Let's at least... Nah, I'll keep the 2 in my hand. Behave, Deluxe. You will be munchy talk ideas that I have to face those ideas. I've been playing a lot more competitive chess online, getting back into it because of that Queen's Gambit show, and I had this little analysis computer, and I always go from like the best move to like, huh? And then like ping pong back and forth. Every game I've ever played. Abstract as it gets, I guess. Alright, let's activate our dude and at least play some defense here. Very cool artwork. Reminds me of Zelda. All right, all right. Yeah, they got us 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Not quite yet. Unless they can back it up with another Galvanic Blast. Oh, that's fine. Come on in, love. It's all right. We are dead meat. Yes, here comes what? Tamir Battle Rage. Fling. Whatever's the poison. You can come in, sweetheart. And bam! We are down. Alrighty, let's see. If. Bonk. Alright, let's see how hardcore we can go with the sideboard here. We'll bring in all of these. Skred's going to show up. Got 2 of those. Won't need these. Won't need these. Will not need these at all. I think I'm going to chill on Land Destruction Plan. We've got Icefall. We're going to use that on both sides. Molten Rain's going to be a wee bit better than most. Cleansing Fire is really good. Firebolt maybe not so much, but in combination with things, I'll keep it. Yeah. Let's see. I want to keep that. I want to keep our... Let's see. Let me get rid of... These are pretty good blockers here. Get rid of... this is a tough one. Get rid of one Simian. Boop. Here we go. The one that makes them Sorin Seacliff, but you... Oh, yeah. Yeah, you gotta love crop rotation style decks. When they work, they're a thing of beauty, but then there's 5 games in a row where you're like, damn it. Yeah. All right. We need all kinds of help. 2 to get us 3. We've got that. I just don't know quite what you do with this hand. 3 lands and the accelerant. I guess we got to keep it. Go 3. We'll keep. Be neat to have access to like Grim Harvest or something like that, but let's exile him. Tap this. Bring this out, and hope that we get something that says blow up a land. And not the indestructible from our opponent. And it's the first card. Why not? Well, hold that. Chartooth Cougar. Let's get some early action here as we play a wannabe Artifact Stompy. Coming on over with the Guardian Idol. As we remember, it cost 2, boys and girls. This idiot messed it up. We have a target, folks. We have a target. I almost think this deck would be better with the Guardian Idol plan and just a ton of red removal. Point it at their face. If they're not playing creatures, just tempo them out. Clear the board, that sort of thing. Especially the Cannonade coming out, but who knows? They need some mana fixing. We're fine like we are. Next turn we've got a Cougar. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this turn? Nope. I got to remember this adds stuff here. So we'll bring this out. Attack. Now hold on to our removal. Might have to double up if a big old Mer Enforcer shows up. That Chartooth Cougar is not going to be able to... Pretty good against most decks, not against other 4/4 decks. Just a nice big trade that we had to pay a lot of mana for. What is this? All right. Change of plans. I think I'm just going to roast that dude out. Yep. And then we'll play the Cougar next turn. Boom. Boom. That's frustrating. I'll just do this. Attack. Might have to use that Chartooth Cougar as removal, right? Smash right into something. It's going to be able to hit really hard if he draws blank here, but never mind. Hey, at least we win that fight. That's kind of cool. We're still in it, baby. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boop. Cast it. I think that might be a first for me, outside of drafts, casting a Chartooth Cougar. It's all theory and cycling up until now. Seeing it here first, folks. Yeah, our first break today. Got funny little dog skits coming up. Uh-oh. Here's the real deal. Okay. 2, 3. Yeah. We'll do this to this. Bam. Attack here. Pillage showing up. I don't want to pat this deck on the back because our opponent's getting really kind of screwed with colors here. I mean, that happens to Affinity. It's a problem with playing the deck. But I guess we'll fire this thing up. Did he block? I can't even tell. They do not. Bam. Chartooth gets in. That's good times. And it's probably all downhill from here. Drew 2 cards. If it's a prism or any sort of fixing, they're probably just going to come out screaming. Nope. All right. Well, let's blow that colored source up for sure. I'm going to slow roll this a little bit. Blow this up for 2. We'll blow that up like that. Draw a card. Maybe we find some. Nope, we didn't. That's all right. They've got a block now, though. And then we can cast an idol and maybe win wide. No sense in doing that unless they've got a Tooth of Chiskora. Here we go. And we're hellbent. Deck's doing its thing. Nice to see. Cleansing really good, yeah. In this matchup it sure is, but it ain't over. And this deck come back from just about anything. Affinity's very good at doing that. 1 turn swing. Well, we've got that, or we kind of have that. So let's just march over here. And then we've got the Firebolt win next turn. As neat as it is to throw out a Cougar, it's like we've got the Firebolt right there, so outside of a Hydroblast, I think we're all right. I'm going to keep the Cougar back. I won't cycle it just because we only have 2 in the deck, and if he has one of those explosive turns with counter magic, we'll at least be able to have a blocker. Or that. God dang it. In comes the life. Bam. Here we go. Bam. What do we have here? And refilling the hand. Just not punishing enough. All of this creature stuff, I almost want it to just be burn. Hey, they know they've got a huge creature by now. Let's get our boy out. Boop. We'll cast him. Thanks to the compass, we don't have the win that turn with the Firebolt. And this might be when they come back and put a bunch of egg on our face. Zap! Down goes the Cougar. I thought Cougars were always women. Yeah, I'm a Cougar technically. My high school, that was our mascot. It's funny when that became kind of in the zeitgeist, the vernacular of everybody. Feel kind of bad for all my female friends from my high school days. It's like, technically you guys are all cool. I guess it's not that bad of a thing. All right, well, let's enters the battlefield tapped, and then what? We're dead. Is that how this is gonna go? All right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get him within lightning bolt range at least. Do we bluff? I don't think that's really going to do too much here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I want him to at least think that we might have Skred or something, so I'm just going to stay back. Any other deck, I would drop that idol, no problem. I just want him to think, maybe we've got some sort of an answer here. No kidding, that was a penguin, says go for the red. Yeah, I don't know if I think I've told this story way long ago when we first started Pauperganda, but in junior high, had a really cool science teacher named Mr. Chappelle, and he was really, I'll never forget, he always taught me, he drilled in us, repetition is the mother of all learning, and so every day we would learn a new definition or a couple of them, and serendipity, and we'd always, the whole class would say, a discovery strictly by chance, and so to this day I can have like 10 beers and just be, or super sleepy or whatever, half in a coma, whatever, I can tell you the definition of that all the time. It's like beaten into my brain. But anyway, the reason I bring that up, we're talking about mascots. We were getting we were going to be the first graduating class of this new built school deep in the woods up near Lake Tahoe. And everybody wanted the classic cougars or, bears or bulldogs or whatever. And he wanted to do the ticks. I thought that was so cool. And he had a really good argument for it too. I mean, it's disgusting, but they're very hard to kill. They suck your blood. They grow more powerful and they feed on you. And it's just like any sort of team analogy. It's like, it's a pretty good mascot. But then you add in the ick factor and it's like, hey, maybe I know the Washington football team here in the States needs a mascot. That'd be funny if they said the Washington Ticks. Sounds like my old English school teacher. Yeah, we had quite a few colorful characters growing up. Remember, Mr. Van Sant was a huge Audubon Society member in the 3rd grade, and a couple years later he ended up getting fired because he didn't teach anything other than just, hey, this is a robin, this is a condor, and his whole room was just stuffed birds everywhere, and very cool room to have as your little homeroom or whatever. But yeah, it'd be like me being a grade school teacher, and they're like, games are a very good educational tool, but you can't just play games the whole time, and I'd end up getting fired. It's like, but the kids are really good at chess and their vocabulary and math is good. It's like, yeah, but the parents are upset. All right, so we haven't won a single game with GEO-MONKEY. I'm going to go lick my wounds, get some coffee, and be back right after this, folks. Woohoo!
Well, how fitting that it should come down to these two. Olive in her familiar black, 5 times the champion. Mabel, the rising star, winner last year. You can see how excited they are, but also feel the tension.
Get on with it.
And here it's in the crowd as we near the start of this final. And now they go, Olive away first, but a problem with Mabel's ball. That might cost her now, having to play catch-up. Both settling quickly into rhythm. You can see the contrast in styles. Mabel, heavy tail use, happy to be alive. Everything's amazing. Olive, more steady, wasting little energy. Very much of the old Labrador school. Eating's a serious business. Don't bollocks around wagging your tail. And Mabel seems just a little sluggish here. Perhaps more was taken out of her by the worm medicine she was given last night than we thought. But Olive, focused, relentless, tasting absolutely nothing. Mabel trying, but surely a lost cause. Her title defence coming to an end. Olive taking everything, nothing left but the bowl to lick now. And Mabel, well, doesn't seem too upset. A bit of class there from the youngster, generous in what will surely be defeat, because Olive has won now. She's taken the title back at 7.5. Mabel looking to offer congratulations again to the dog who was her inspiration growing up. Once more, wonderful to see that spirit in the game. What a final we've had here. Great rivals, but great friends. And you see the swapping of bowls at the end. Join us again tomorrow. Live coverage of a snooze on the sofa, possibly. Bye for now.
And we're back. Well, my bladder's none the better because we have 2 bathrooms in this house and they were both being used as I ran out of here like a madman, knowing I had about a minute and a half to get ready. So we're going to have to be taking a break maybe after the next game too. Or have a very long sideboard outing or something like that, but which we might need because we are bleeding badly, for an analogy of how this deck is doing. Yeah, no evasion. If you get the jump early, as we saw that one time, can get you, but hopefully we can pull 1 off here. Thought this was good for maybe 2 out of 5, but it's looking like it might be more like a 1. But anything? All right. We've got some defense early, land destruction. We'll keep this. Go from there. And away we go. Hopefully you guys like that little dog skit. I always thought that was cute. Guys, little ad-libbing up off the top. Uh-oh. Elves. All right, saw you played a Pauperganda deck last week. Here we are. And here we go. Not quite sure if Finhorn Elves is worth our trouble here. But instead, you know what? My spidey senses are tingling here. No, let's not do that. Let's loot. Anyway, probably land destruction is not going to be that great. We'll get rid of 1. We'll save this for later. 2. I got to kind of see what happens here. Always kill the bird. Against elves, there's just so many. There goes 1. To get this 1. If I can, might do it now. They haven't dropped another one. What? Did they just not get anything? Oh, for some reason I thought that was the mystic one. Gotcha. All right. Well, now things have changed. We will do that. Now that we know they're hurting for land. Let's hold on to that. Keep them off of that. I'll save the bolt for any sort of surprises and hopefully start blowing up some lands here. Yeah, we had Underworld Ragehound in the first build. I know Richard Lay, the designer of the deck, took it out and had some reasons on the email. Does seem like it might be a good call, though. Well, we just kind of going to be forced to go all in here and keep them off of any sort of land. So let's blow at those just like we would land destruction spells. No sense in showing anything else. Let's blow this up, and hopefully they don't draw any more lands, and we draw into something big and nasty. 2 more lands, and we'll be able to firebolt that visionary, but I don't think it's really worth it, especially if a little mana producer sneaks out. Torvis. Troubadours run only 14 lands, so every drop. Yep. All right. Well, we got a W. I don't think we're going to win this one. We'll see. I shouldn't have that attitude, right? We've got Lava Darts, we got Fanatics, we got Skreds. We'll bring in all the stuff. We're probably not going to get through with this dude. I don't think we're going to need these at all. Pillage can probably take a back seat too. And the Neonate. Probably get rid of all of these. I guess we could block with them. Just want a lot of removal. This Wildfire is probably not going to do too good because they have all basics too. Maybe I need to lean on maybe just one of these, and I guess we could go like this. All right, I played 2 Pauperganda lists last week. All right, Nim's Golgari Control might be my favorite Pauper deck ever. All right, Dave, way to double shout out. Get a little Pauper in there, and then Nim's credit too. Good times. What about some inevitability like Curse of the Pierced Heart? You know, Pauper Tim, I'm always torn because, you know, the deck builder means like, what? And I'm like, you know, I just want to, everybody wanted to see this list, so that's what we're playing. I mean, I tweaked little bits, but it was just like one here, one there. I didn't want to go all in and stuff because you never know. Sometimes it's rare, not to say that I'm right, but there'll be times when I'm just like, wow, this really. I remember when we first played Tribe, everybody was really like, whoa, that was before it was kind of a thing. And, you know, people were debating the validness of having 4 gushes main and things like that. And I remember us all kind of collectively going, man, there's something here. This is like, this isn't a toy. This is a mean deck. So you never know till you sleeve it up. I mean, you kind of do, but what am I trying to say? All right, we'll keep this. Doesn't affect the board much though. Yep. Yeah. Alchemist. There's so many good ways to go with this. I think if you're going to run land destruction, it needs to be really flexible. I think. Whoa, what's this? Swamps? What sort of devilry is this? All right, well, we'll lead off with a little bit of pressure here. We've got Simian Spirit Guide for the lightning bolt of awfulness. At least it's the old artwork. Good times. Forest showing up. We saw some Elves of the Deep Hours. I wonder what kind of tech they're rocking here. Cooper the Red, that is very well said. I've always thought that too. Every time we kind of bust out a new idea, especially one that's been there for quite a while, and you're like, what's going on here? Well, we have the mana to do just about everything we need. I want to attack here. And then I'm going to sacrifice. And hopefully we'll draw into land destruction. What do we get rid of? Probably the Firebolt. Discard a card. Firebolt. Come on, land destruction. Nope. Alright, well. It kind of blows. I did not Pauper Tim. Nope. I don't really watch many videos unless it's about an actual Pauper deck and somebody like sends it to me. All right. Help me out here. I never play against Mutate, so let's spell Mutate, put an ability. If I kill that, does it still happen? So let's try and kill it now. Bonk. That just comes down separately. All right. Gavin was Captain Captain Finger Guns. All right. Well, we've got some black mana going on there. Got this, but man, we're going to be taking some damage. But we want to really fill up our yard. Let me, he's got green already. Let me at least cut off the black source in case there's some sort of trick. There's a reason he's playing that we haven't seen. Want to fill up our yard as much as we can. And I'll probably cycle the Cougar, play the guide, and use it as cannon fodder. I'm not sure. You're right. Here we are. Well, we have a blocker. Let's play him. Let's do this. I could probably just shoot that and cycle this. I'll do that. Block kill. Sack boom. Yeah. Block here. Two, four. You know, I don't know if we should cycle the Cougar. That's a pretty big body in this matchup. Let's keep it. The synergies there and such, but let's make sure the damage goes through first. Bonk. Zap. Let's see if this works. One away from threshold. Watch, we draw we draw it now, but that still would only get rid of one creature. There it is. Typical, right? Let's play this. Maybe we can block here. Just casting it. Yeah, I always like brewing. The majority of stuff I've made that's become kind of a thing is it's not because a new set came out. It's just seeing stuff a different way. Or I'll be the first to tell you, a lot of times I'm kind of nervous going in, like, oh, I don't know about that, like ornithopters was my last one and stuff. But the more I focused on that, it just kept getting meaner and meaner. Well, our cougar is just staring at us. Don't want to take too much damage here, but I also want to kind of capitalize on this. But this isn't doing us much good, so I think we're just going to pass. No matter what we draw next turn, it'll be good. I can't keep taking too much damage here. But I'd like to make this Sandstorm show off a little bit. My son makes really good mutate decks. Brindle showed. Oh, don't like to see that. Talk about your. We'll go one more turn. I guess we could do the. Except that kills our tiger. Let's bring this out. We'll block this, and then we'll. I promise we'll play Sandstorm one of these days. Brindle shout. Very cool. And we block here. We'll have to attack. Keep moving. I have a full day of editing for a friend today. The last 2 jobs I've gotten. Some of the best advice I ever got. If hopefully you're turning in for. You're not going to get much good deck advice running. No offense. This definitely feels tier 2 at best, but one of the best pieces of advice I ever got was from a stepfather of mine that I really didn't like all that much, but he had really good advice in that. I think we can get him for free here. Let's see. I mean, it's going to die anyway, so maybe he thinks we got a trick. But way back in the day, didn't have much of a resume or whatever in high school. He said, go up to a business owner and offer to work for free. And, most decent people, if you do a good job, they're going to pay you that day anyway, and then boom, you got a job. But I took that same advice in the last 2 editing gigs I've got. I have kind of done that where I'll say like, hey, I'm just going to do the first project and just knock it out of the park and make them salivate and go, wow. And then boom. So it's been working. So I'm doing one of those for a friend who knows a guy sort of thing. And it's very, very long, very, very big, but trying to finish that up. So I'm going to be a little sleepy-eyed, but good times. I'll just cast this finally. Boom. Can we do it, folks? Stop wasting your money on pieces of paper. Yeah, that I almost never do, except for buying cards for my youngest. It's like, dang it, Magic Itsy coming and going. It's like I finally learned my lesson, and it still got me. Anyway, so I even thought of like playing Madcap Skills against this and such, but I'm a little worried about this black mana ability. I'm thinking of roasting that out. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just feeling a little uneasy about this black mana because we've only got one real big win condition here, and we'll keep a lightning bolt open. It's on a pretty quick clock if he doesn't block here. All right, we'll rock this up for 5. Got to keep in mind we're only at a little bit here. We could get mutated and come back down about half our life total, but show them what you got. But yeah, so that's my advice if you want it. Take it. I'm the last person who wants to do anything for free and stuff, but sometimes, you know, you got to give the person just no reason to say no sort of thing. Especially if they like have a person in-house or whatever, and you see the work and you're like, oh my gosh, that's just somebody going to work. They're not passionate about it. They don't treat it like an art form. Which I have always done. I am terrified of black mana for some reason. There's a reason that's in the deck. I'm going to get rid of it. Kapow. Get out of here. I'm going to get some more defense. And next turn, I'm going to start doing some mean stuff. I promise. Are we got a 2-0 a Golgari Elves list? Very strange. This brings me back. Elves of Deep Shadow. Very different, like almost real-world artwork, just with a little filter on it. And I remember when I first used to read the Duelist, and they had this Force of Nature ramp deck that was had Bayous and Elves of Deep Shadow, and I was just all in on that. I was like, oh, that's the coolest thing ever, and I was playing that like all summer, smashing my friends. Tweaking Dragon's Breath. Yeah, you really want some evasion. Definitely seems to be where it's at here. All right, well, no sense in using colored mana there. Click very gently with this Guardian Idol. I'm just going to be the bully here. I'm going to come on over and try to guarantee some damage. Two color decks, you can kind of pick on one color with land destruction in theory, and that can turn out well, but I don't know, it really does feel like discard sometimes, where you're just like, oh, they got 7 mana and here's a land destruction spell. It's like, you know, Pillage bends the rules a little bit. Icequake does too. Hey, we're not gonna get skunked. So we win-win. Let's just go right into round 4. We're not, you know, suggesting you play this in a tournament or anything like that. This is just, like I said at the top of the show, fun creation. It got us, just like it got that last guy, trying to see if something's there and pointing out some flaws in the design, right? Big bodies are cool if there's nothing that gets in the way of them. And a 4/4 seems burly. It's flexible with the cycling and such, but often not enough. All right. Well, I'm going to keep this because we have looting and the neonate, so and the monkey. We'll keep it. Will Deep Shadow come back with a new non-elf sweeper? All right. Well, let's lead off with the neonate. Get a little aggro in here. So far, I think my Mogg Fanatic was the very first thing I thought, like, maybe that should be in the deck. And I think I might like that better. I'm not sure. All right, well, let's do what it's here for. We'll exile this, we'll go like this, and make them pay for playing a slow land and attack. If we draw another land, we're going to feel like geniuses, especially if it's a mountain. If not, we'll be brought back to earth. Your face cam is frozen? Oh, okay. Man, I might have to have that. Oh, you know what? Yeah, there was an update. Last time I did this about 3 weeks ago, it came back. So as long as you can hear me and the game's going on, that's cool. So the rest of the stream's working. I'll keep going. Hopefully I don't have a dumb face. This is probably where our opponent scoops, because this is one where we've got a good draw. But even here, you know, we've got a one. He's got 15 turns. That's how I always look. Am I at least doing? Is my mouth closed? I know I always tease Neil deGrasse Tyson. Every time I freeze frame any of his videos, he looks high as a kite. Not dumber than usual. My sons would agree with you, Nim Chimsky. All right, what do we got here? 2 lands in the yard. We're feeling it. Where's that Bone Splitter? Oh wait, we're not playing it. There's a mine. It's gonna be all mine. I wish it was another land there. All right. Well, let's blow this one up too. He's like, how long is this going to go? At least they haven't rage quit yet. Of course, if my camera stays frozen, maybe we should just end the show, right? Give it to Tron. That's right, Chimsky. This is when I'm nervous, though. You know, 1 damage a turn. It's like, and thank goodness we've got the neonate. I mean, if this wasn't here, it's like, what would it be? We've got another one, sucker. Yeah, thank God for Molten Rain. We're actually doing damage. Boom. Now, this same draw, yeah, it's great against Tron, but think how bad this would be against, you know, just a deck that's already in the air, like Fairies, or has an active Ninja out and starts drawing stuff. And this is like the ultimate dream for a land destruction deck, but I do not want to bet on us by any means for the next game and such. I mean, we got the jump on them. Could definitely be hitting harder. We're not, but no one's feeling bad for Tron. That's true, Butterghost. I don't want anybody to think like, you know, oh, we got this. It's like, these decks run so many land and one Pulse of Marasa and then boom. It's not like we're just applying crazy amounts of pressure here. Yay! Is everything back in sync, Nims? I unfroze. I guess I have to listen to those updates. Man, I don't know. That Windows and Alienware and the last couple months, it's just like, chill out with the updates. It's like your customers don't want to have to reboot every Tuesday and Friday. It's just, man, I could see like getting an update wrong and then having a little bit of a setback the next week and then good to go, right? It's like my phone updated and all it seemed to do is make all my icons bigger, which is irritating. I'm like, that's great. I'm sure glad I used like a gig of space for that. It's like, what meetings are these people having where they try to justify their jobs like that? But is our opponent pouting? Oh, okay. I didn't know if they were doing the digital pout thing or not. All right, we'll bring out the Guardian for a little bit of more damage. I'll bring this out. Here we go. I was kind of freaking out for a while there too because my Adobe subscription was about to run out. One of my contacts finally got back to me. I was like, yes. Oh man, when it rains it pours, right? Should we just shut the door on them? Cruel style? Or we just attack? I say we shut the door. Get out of here. Hiya. That's right. Hey, we got one win against Tron. All in meets all in. We'll see. I'm nervous for games 2 and 3, I'll tell you that much. Let's keep it to one Cougar maybe. I don't know. We really want to keep all of this stuff. They do have a basic. Firebolts aren't going to be that good. Neonates aren't going to be that good. I'll get rid of one. That opens up 4. I like 2 Sandstorms against Tron. I really like Pyroblasts. I guess we could bring in Flaring Pain, but I'd rather have a Crypt. Double Crypt showing up. Target player's graveyard, so ours is safe. Lightning Bolt, you know, it's really not all that great against Tron. I mean, a Mole Drifter, so I think I'll cut 2 of those. Maybe all of them, I'm not sure. Let me bring that in and another Pyroblast. Let me get rid of the bolts, go with Skred and a Pyroblast. So we've got one Skred for like a wall trick. We've got the Sandstorm to kind of clean up everything. Pyroblast, mop up the mess, and this to clean things up. And hopefully we can just go in with the Cougar and idle plans. So sweep the leg. All right there, Oliver. Okay, let's see if this has any teeth. I doubt it. Maybe I should bring in another Skred instead of that Neonate. But the clock's froze, so that means it's uploading into the galaxy. Alrighty. That's a very faithless hand. No church outings here. Our opponent's probably going to, let's see what they did here. Game log. Begins with 7. They must have a lot of lands left in their hand. I think we'll keep it. we've got to turn 2 Wildfire if they don't have... I mean, I know they have basics, but if we time it right, we'll keep it. I can loot the loots away and use them another day. Plus, it'll help with our game plan if they get off to the races really fast. There we go. Green showing up for probably Weather the Storm. Pulse of Marasa, that sort of thing. Ayo, there we go. Bring this down. Kick this. All right. Well, we're going to be using this on our opponent, so I don't really need this one. I'll get rid of another loot there. So mana's right. We're going to try to start picking on some Tron lands. What's he choosing with this one? White. Okay. Well, let's get rid of that green one. Pronto. Boop. Boom, 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 boom. Beautiful artwork there. Is this supposed to be like a black lotus about to be burned? Or I guess not, just a normal plant. Just a normal lotus. My son opened up a lotus cobra. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, he tripping those evolving wilds and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, getting like 30 mana against me. All right, no green for our opponent. Try to cut down on its colors. What? He kept 3 lands against us? That's kind of strange. Well, do we save that for Tron? I don't want to walk into a... Well, he can't prohibit, can he? Ha ha ha. Boop. Oh, but he can do that. All right. Problem with going all in, it's great when you got Tron on their heels, but there's no way to apply pressure, and if anything slips through, you're like, you're screwed. Okay, there's the Bonder's Ornament. Icefall can take care of that too. We have options. It's good times. Now, what do we do? Any color versus Tron. Well, let's take out this. Are you winning, son? Says Sapphire MTG. That's my boy. Everybody say hi to Sapphire MTG. That's my youngest boy, Aaron. He played in Pauper Classic Tuesday. Got in the top 8. Yeah, Dad's not doing so well right now. But that was kind of the plan. I mean, you never plan to blow it, but at the same time, it's we ain't here to go too crazy here. We don't really need that Simian Spirit Guide yet, but I'd rather stick back on these things. But I can throw it out. Ooh, like that. Let's get rid of that and we don't have many of those, but I really like Pillage. What do we do? Get rid of that. All right. Here we are. Next turn will be fun. We've got Counterspell backup, Pillage. And we got the good Pillage too. The evil rock man. What is that? That's just some sort of like helmet demon or something. I don't know. Frozen again? My goodness. I should not play GEO-MONKEY. Okay. No cards for you, sir. Gonna get. Dispel. All right. Well, I'm going to blow your stuff up then. You don't get to ephemerate. Drifter's got to go. Tower's not so worrisome. The Bonner's Ornament is. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3. We can pull that off. Up to there. 2, 3, 2, 3. Let's take this out while we can. Bonk. It is mana after all. They don't have green, so we're keeping them off Pulse of Marasa. That's the theory anyway. Pillage, very good against Tron. Think about the new Red Monarch instead of the Cycling Cat. Oh yeah, yeah. That could be something because I think that's a 4/2. and cheaper. So yeah, that might be a thing. And you get that jump and kind of keep up the tempo. I just think this needs a lot more burn style cards. All right, I guess we're going to go for the tower. We've already got one in the yard, so let's try to blow this up. And now is the question, it's like, okay, has he got like a Pyroblast here? Yeah, so he's going to blast this, and we can exile both of these and blow up another one, but that's a lot of cards. What do you guys vote for? Munchy Dog says, I consider them as a possibility, certainly. Oh, Munchy Dog, is that Richard Lay? I can't quite keep my everything straight. Do it. All right, we got one vote for a 3-for-1 for the tower. Anybody else second that? Cooper the Red says, wait. Torva says, do it. Hive Mind working on this. Go for it. All right, Munchy Dog. Good times. All right, so we'll exile this, do this. Say, take that, sucker. Bam. You ain't getting ahead of no race. One Pulsar Marasa, just wah wah. So Munchy Dog, what do you think of the Neonate? I was trying to use that so I could trip Icefall on a whim. I was thinking that, or the what do you call Mogg Fanatic? You could go with that Goblin Pirate, but once the haste ability is established, I'd rather be attacking with a Mogg Fanatic because you can always trip it, whereas you need to be able to tap the pirate dude to do that. So, all right. Ooh, they chose red. That kind of gets you a little worried. I was hoping they were really hunting for green. God darn it. Here comes the Ephemerate lock. Boom, boom, boom. Arzancos. Thanks, guys. Always love to watch the replays on YouTube. It's 2 a.m. here in the Philippines. Oh, wow. Nice to see you for the first time. Let me see. Arxarchos. I'll just try to say it quickly and confidently and pretend I know what I'm doing. They displayed that, and did they do it? I'm not paying enough attention. Sorry. Oh. This is Chimsky. No Philippines before. Very cool. I really like the Neonate and Fanatic. Two of my favorite cards. Could be, but not sure in this build. I just think this really needs evasion. I like the Cougar for the flexibility and such, but I'm not sure. Maybe just an all burnout plan, but then you kind of go on that realm of like, well, then why not just play burn? Well, we could attack 20 times and then he's a dead duck. I think we're going to do this while we have the option. I'm going to see what our options are. We'll try to do something proactive with the lands next turn, but yeah, I was thinking of, so were some of the people in the chat, of Curse of the Pierced Heart, nice and early, and then just sitting back and riding the land destruction, and it's a very long-winded plan. Isn't there a razor tip whip or something like that? Some artifact that you can pump in, and something that isn't creature related. I know, especially with those idols are cool now with edicts, but they're not going to be once the against any sort of instant removal, which is most removal. So they're not like some unavoidable thing. And then you're going to factor in the new Cannonade coming out, and it's razor tip whip. That's the one. 20 times seems realistic. So I can't believe this is a Pauperganda first. So this will be 4 rounds in, and I haven't used the facilities. Like I said, I went to my son. I'll publicly chastise him here. He takes very long showers. So does his mom. Obviously, with this haircut, I don't need very long showers. But they have very, very, very thick hair, and so. And then the other brother was using the other one. So I ran out. I gotta go. I guess I don't. I got a show to do. I'm back. How will we see the new Pauperganda ads? I'm not quite sure what you mean, Cooper the Red. I'm always making them. They're always showing up. All right. Well, we've got an option here. I'd rather go for the card draw here, just in case we draw into something. 2 towers down. We've got white. We've got red. Oof, boy, am I crazy? I feel like going for the Isle here. I'm going to go for the Isle. I want to turn off Ephemerate. You guys don't take a break. Oh, that's right. Well, I ran it thinking I could go, and I came back, so I'm like floating around here, if you know what I mean. I'll finish watching this video on YouTube. Night, guys. It was nice meeting you from a distance. Very cool. Yeah, I feel a little bit better knowing that that's gone. Let's cast the Idol. Not that it's going to do much against a Memnonic Wall, but I might get our Skred back. Or did we pitch this? Yeah, we pitched the Skred. I think we only brought one in. Nice to always have new blood in the chat. Thank you for joining us. If you are new, please chime in. Otherwise, I don't even know you're there. Speaking of not there, that little fight was back. I haven't seen him since the top of the show. All right, here we go. I like this. We can pick on stuff. 2, 3, 4, and have backup plans. Let's see. Don't have to worry about red too much. Tower, tower. Want to go plant? Oh, I didn't catch that. No problem. Let's see what we got here. And he blasts. I don't think that's worth pyroblasting. I'd like to aim that at the wall. Let's see if we can catch him trying to flicker this thing out of. Hello from Italy, Semiatech. All right. I know I said that wrong. Sorry. Hopefully the virus is not hitting you guys too hard out there. You're right. That goes bye-bye. Do I pull the trigger now? Do I pull the trigger now? Let me try it now. Get out of here. No! All right. Well, at least it's prohibit, not ghostly flicker. Hello, Italy from England, says Munchie-Tog. Oh, everybody, Sean. You should have blasted their blast with your blast. Easy to say after it's after the fact. Boy. Okay. Yeah, there's an idol. That's not really going to do much of anything. Let me go loot. Give me some stuff. All right, I like that. This is more flexible, so it's kind of a no-brainer. Ugh. Look at this clock we got them on. They've only got 20 more turns if we can do something. Maybe I should have played that Neonate. He'd be at like 13. That's the plan. I'm going to bore him to death. Uh-oh. Whoa! Little bit of a instant volcanic upheaval. I'd be playing Earth Rift if I was playing Land Destruction, Counter Magic, and Tron. All right, all right. This feels like it's getting away from us. Can't close the door. That seems to be the way of Tron lately with the Cave of Temptation on the Mole Drifter plan. Shut things down, gain a lot of life between Weather the Storm and such. Okay, let's get rid of that. Straight. Do they have another basic? They might not. This might just be a true land destruction spell. Or it might just get prohibited. Ephemerate. That isn't great. Power move. Hello, guys. Italy is a very critical moment for the COVID-19. Man, that COVID crap won't leave this earth alone. Every time I think it's being overblown, it comes back full steam, and there's all those weird little ifs, ands, and buts about it. I'm trying not to worry my kids about it, one of which is in the chat, but he's got a little bit of an asthma thing too, and it's Nothing to sneeze at. All right. I'm just going to keep moving on here. Going to make him beat us, honestly, with this Mold Drifter. Nope. You know, that's the frustrating thing, though. A Prism right into a Pulse of Marasa. This game's just over. Let's see what the graveyard says. We got 2 towers, so I've always preferred the power plant over the mine. Uh-oh. I got a dumb frozen face again. Man, that's 3 freezes. I guess that update needed to happen. This morning it was like, you need to update. I'm like, you need to shut up. I just closed it. I'm like, I don't need to do nothing. I guess I needed to do it. Yep, that vaccine's right around the corner. All right, well, 1, 2, 3. Do I get rid of red? Do I get rid of power plant? I'm going to get rid of power plant. I'm going to save this to pitch for a, whatchamacallit there. Impulse showing up. Probably just grab another power plant. Or a colored artifact. Man, how many is that now? 1, 2, 2. I thought there was 3 that they've played that on. I got all this cross-global chat going on. Hopefully my face turns off of dummy freeze mode. Yep, game's over. Yet another thing about Tron. Okay, now you need land destruction and artifact removal, and now you got to decide and hope that that tower doesn't slip through, and then... Ugh. Well, that's kind of weird. I'm gonna Faithless Loot here. Yeah, they've got the Ephemerate back in hand. All right, I'm gonna scoop this one. Mostly because my bladder's like, you've got to take a break after this game. So let's try to hurry this one up. Not the best deck to hurry up against. You know what? I'm gonna go right now. I'll be right back. Whoop. Let me dip. Donk. And we're back. Okay. Much better. I think this is a little foolhardy plan here. I just don't know here. Let's see what the chat's saying. Alrighty. Welcome back. Oh, hey, all right, cool. Hey, we're 2-2. Wink, wink. I think they just got tired of waiting there. Sorry for them. That's the first bladder win ever. Is my camera still frozen? If it is, I will roll to something just to wake it up. Are we, is it still frozen, anybody? Let me know. Otherwise, we'll go on to the last round here. We're 2-2? No? Okay. Alrighty. Who knows how that one would have turned out. We're pointing out a lot of issues with that, so let's go on and play one more. And then I think we'll maybe try to do a live tweaking of it. You know, take what we've found out, what we know. We've got the Munchie Tog in the house, a.k.a. Richard Lay. Thank you for joining us as always. How have you been faring with it, Richard? I know you stomped us a few weeks ago and got everybody's curiosity up, but what are the good and bad matchups, or what are you finding? Are you finding the same thing? You're playing it drastically different? I don't know how that's really possible, but you know. How did you get True Love's Kiss? Huh? Or did you get True Love's Kiss? Oh, you mean Princess Bride? Yeah, I've been reading that on and off, and I've been reading Something Wicked This Way Comes. So, Bladder Win, Ric Flair deck, Nature Calls. I love it, Pauperton. That's awesome. Woo! Yeah, I had a very relaxing or relieving, woo, like more like a, oh man, glad I was able to go finally. Yeah. Princess Bride hype. Hey, that's a good idea. There's that fairy princess. There's enough kind of fairy tale cards. Maybe we can come up with a deck called the Princess Bride. It's like Hollywood, bad Hollywood, right? You come up with a clever name and then you try to write the movie. Maybe we can do that with lists here. All right, we got the Neonate. We got 2-turn. Probably one of the better hands of the day. We'll keep this. Now, I love I'm really liking the Neonate, but I don't know if I want it to be that dude. It's just if we can make it hit harder. We will keep this. We will kill this for screen real estate. Open up the inventory here and hope for the best. My results have been very varied. As soon as they ban islands, we're laughing. I wish that was the case with me. These groves I like to see. And the monkey does seem to be a necessary evil to get off very quickly, but I'm going to lean on the Neonate here, apply a little bit of pressure. Again, you can discard any flood here. Yeah, I swapped these for the... I was thinking of going with all 4, but I went with 3 and lost the... whatchamacallit. Oh! Well, we got Spice. Whenever land in his battlefield... oh, you know what that means? They're probably running a few too many lands, so it's not going to bode well for us, but whatever. We'll kill that. They're probably going to go just grab a basic blue, which will help this, which that kind of sucks. But I got to stay on theme here. Bonk. Down comes an island, I'm guessing. I don't think... Oh, a forest. Okay, we'll yield this. What is this? You trip, remove 3 quest counters, and you draw 2 cards. All right. Not bad, not good. Whatever. Booyah. Here we are. So yeah, excited to see my first relative outside of my immediate family in over a year. Like I didn't catch top of the show. My mom's coming out to visit. Speaking of Impulse, I know I brought this up probably 2 or 3 times over the years, but she looks exactly like the lady on the Impulse artwork. Especially now because she stopped dyeing her hair, so she's got that cool wizard thing going on. New Red Monarch is possible inclusion for this deck. Yeah, I think so too. Wife needs laptop. We'll be channeling my thoughts via the High Priest Torvis. Very nice. Oh, we got all kinds of stuff going on. True Love's Kiss. Oh, that's right. Is that that's uncommon, isn't it? Actually, for that cost, it should be more than a common. Boy, look at the luck here, right, folks? We're going up against a ramp deck, and we're playing land destruction. So let's kill the green, shall we? Guardian Idol, you're going to have to wait. I got to get some tempo here. Bonk. What's the meanest equipment we could probably put on that Neonate? And it's pretty hard to beat Bone Splitter for most purposes. Ooh, wow, look at the artwork on that. Very nice. White, okay, that's going next. Yeah, probably just Bone Splitter. I'm happy we're drawing extra lands. I'm just going to keep playing them and smashing. Booyah! Crunch. A bunch. Here we go. I'm thinking I loot here. If we get lands, we can pitch them. I can pitch the Firebolt, and I can pitch the Idol technically I really want to stay on this. I just want to stay ahead of the lands here. All right, so we'll get rid of this, and we'll get rid of this. Got to run out of lands. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the yard, 3 on the board. Double Expedition showing up. What do we pick on? Do they have counter magic? Do I hold it? Double idle play. I think that's how we rock. Let's put on the pressure now. Armor of Aronis plus. Ooh, oh! I don't think I've ever seen that in Chimsky. I'm sure I have, but it's not on the forefront of my mind. It'd be nice to splash green for a 4/4 Delve Monkey. Yep. If we're gonna splash anything, man, I want it to be unblockable, like Shadow style. That's my play style. It is gonna be a common. Ooh, that's pretty nasty. I think I gotta maybe up my count of 11 in the new set to 12. That's pretty sweet. Oh, I bought the Black Jackal, the mummy that loses 2 life when it dies. Dude, that thing's like 75 cents. I was like, what's going on here? Hey, I wish I could draw first. I like these cards too much to do much of anything with that, so we'll let this go. Tattered Mummy, yeah. Why is that so expensive? Is there some deck in those expensive formats that I'm not aware of that I should be? All right. Master Pain. Here we go. Let's just start attacking. Come on, son. We got an Artifact Fireblast coming your way. We play so many instant and sorceries. Maybe Spell Eater Wolverine for this. All right. Somebody bring that up. I don't know what it means. You mean the Tattered Mummy, says Sapphire. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. Weird, that's more expensive than Serrated Scorpion. Yeah, my son, Sapphire, there in the chat, he's really enlightened me to that Scorpion. That is very underplayed in Pauper. He's got a cool death deck that's pretty awesome. We're always going back and forth. All right, let's go for broke on this. Let's just rub it in here. We'll get rid of 2 lands this turn. I'm always having the same argument with Sapphire. He loves Duress, and I'm not going to say it's a bad card, but I'm saying in Pauper, sometimes it comes up short, and you want it to be Distress, because that way you never lose. So, all right, I'm choosing the land. What's going on? There we go. I should have chose the other one. Kept the nice artwork one out. Sorry about that, everyone. Pauperganda. Spell Eater Wolverine. 2 and an R, 3/2, double strike as long as there are 3 or more instants in your grave. Thank you, that was weird. Oh, limited available, okay. Yeah, my opponent in the finals went all in with that kind of strategy, and it kind of meant the difference. I was a little screwed. I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from him. It's just one of those cases of, it was just a nice little learning lesson. And so I mixed my son's list with his list and then my list and came up with something. Like I said, I've been smashing pretty good with it. I want to keep him on the ropes here. We'll activate for 2 here. Make sure to do this really slow and not punt like we did before. And we'll just be able to burn out next turn, hopefully. And hey, maybe we'll go 3-2 with this. Village Rites is just okay, and Pauperganda disagrees. Hey, I didn't say that. You don't even play Village Rites. You're all about the Lampid and the Seer. Don't give me no back talk, sucker. All right, here we are. Insane. Yeah. Sapphire's a lot better at a lot of different parts of Magic than me, that is for sure. He loves Tortured Existence. It's a very hard deck to play optimally, and he does a very good job with it. No father ego intended. That's just how it is. Alright, let's zap him on in here. I'm surprised I got through. We'll just Firebolt next turn for the win. What's he choosing? Does he got 3 quest counters? He does. Trip it and go. There it goes. Yeah, Village Rites is awesome if you get some benefit of the death. Okay. Well, we're up against a ramp deck. I don't think Pyroblast is really needed there. Did we see many threats? Not certain. I just feel bad for the Mogg Fanatic. The old schooler in me just wants to play it, and since this is the last round, I'm going to put it in the deck. So we pretty much have done nothing. And I think we're going to leave it at that. Yeah. Bonk. They could at least give him this indestructible. It's pretty hard to march over that many times. Got to really have a solid game lock. Love when the opponent loses with a full hand. All right. Okay, we got a turn 3 there. We'll keep this. Not the best, not the worst. Anything with a monkey is pretty good. This is GEO-MONKEY after all. One of the coolest name decks of 2020. Although I got to give the nod to Brute Squad. Not that it's my deck, but our idea for the name. Which one of you in the chat was that? I forget. Apologies. I got quite a bit of hand here. I think I'll save the lightning bolt. But see, Village Rites in the decks that would be good for. Combination of other cards, and the value is usually better, in my opinion. Yeah, if you like complicated decks, send them to my son. He's very good at playing them. More landfall. All right. I try to get value out of the turn. We're going to nuke them. Pop. Keep them off the green, but this is the Grove, so it does both. So we'll go like this. Exile this. And blow this up. Pop. Going to really focus on green here. And this is a like 4-color deck, I think they showed last game. So again, our thoughts and prayers out to RIW Hobbies. We're literally at this hour, poor guy's burying his brother. Very tragic week last week for them, so if you can support that store. It's RIW Hobbies. Christmas coming up. Go the extra mile, maybe order from them and try to let them focus on something other than tragedy, because that is just so sad. All right, down with the forest. Here comes another forest, followed by another. Pretty good taste in artwork. Savage Sage. Pyromantic Pilgrim. Also are limited available. Oh. Named Chimsky. Can you send me that in a message on like Facebook or however we communicated last? That's when I feel super stupid. Because people have MTGO usernames, Twitch usernames, and then real names, and they're like, I'm so-and-so, and I'm like, I'm always just glazed over, like, I'm just, my brain's too full of all these monikers running around, so, yeah, it made me a believer in that card. Sapphire's been playing that on a lot of pitch and go sort of spells, and as many a time it's better than Undying Evil. That's the one I'm thinking of. All right, let's see what we get. We can pitch a looting. Don't really need any more lands. I guess I'll get rid of both lands. We'll drop both of these, and I'm waiting to see what it is. Our opponent is building towards something, and unfortunately, it looks like they're going to get there because we're not drawing much of our gazillion land destruction spells, but like we're all in with land destruction. I think they're all in with ramp, and we're both looking for a victory. Some way to finish this up. But yeah, just when you think you know a format, My son sleeved up Pauper and found that Kaya's Ghost form, and I'm like, I've never seen that used before, and that's brutal. In the right deck. We were just talking about, think everything's been invented. It's like, nope. It's a very good Tick episode cartoon from back in the day, and this guy's big beef was that everything has been invented. I think they're just going for a big fireball. He's like, try inventing something these days. Don't really need that. Don't really need that. I'm just going to march over. They're putting on a little bit of pressure here. If they want to use their burn on it, fine. I don't think we're going to be seeing many creatures out of this list. Haven't seen a single one yet. So I'm going to throw that Firebolt at their face. No, I won't. I think I'm just going to Faithless Loot. We can throw both of those cards out. That's cool. We'll get rid of that. And we've got one idle. I mean, it'd be nice to have two. Yeah, let's keep the two. We'll go like that. Boom, boom. Yeah, especially when you have a Lampet behind it, fueling it, or scrying for more options. It's pretty cool. Did you see they are reviving Animaniacs? Super excited. I never was too into that show. I remember hearing about it, but the Tick was always one of my favorites. What is this guy's deal? I'm waiting to see I think it's just that Kervik's torch that we saw game 1. You had to use on our dude. I don't know if it's worth doing this. Let's do this. Play this out. Then we'll, torch a land? I mean, it's going to just get all the lands he needs, really. I'd rather wait till that can do damage. Watch this. Exile this. Activation. Did I just do a Rod Stewart Guardian Idol? I think I did. That'll aid you. Why did that enter my mind? I don't even listen to that guy. Or never did back in the day either. All right. Caffeine quota is met for the week and one day. Let's do this. We're waiting. This is like Christmas morning in a bad way. It's like we're waiting to see what fate awaits us as we give our opponent way too much time. Please do a Billy Guardian. Billy Idol Guardian, yeah. I know. Hey, what is that? Lone Missionary's got that covered, man. That's straight up Billy Idol. Rebel Yell, baby. No, I do love me some Billy Idol. I love old school Van Halen, Billy Idol, Def Leppard. I'm an 80s kid after all. There's something about that music. It's pretty hard to be in a bad mood listening to it. Man, that's a gigantic horror. Pony Back Brigade. I remember that card. I got all kinds of cards showing up in the chat. Ooh. I don't think our land plan is really a good idea here. I think we're going to get a fireball to the face, so I'm just going to start marching in with our artificial fire blast of the artifact persuasion. Doth the Rebirth, Lava Axe, pulling out all the stops. Good news, they only got 2 cards in their hand. Hopefully it's not a torch. That'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Whew. All right. I just don't think it's worth it with these cards out. Do I pitch that all together, right? Let's activate this. Kind of wish I drew a land there. Attack! Need that 1 extra mana here. Interesting take on the list, huh? At this stage, we really want to see that some non-basic show up so we can at least get some Molten Rain value out of this scenario. I wonder what the white's in there for. Uh-oh, we're going to be hurting here. Bam! Too much time, baby. Smack. Hopefully that's all they got. Somehow I don't think it is. I think we have one more turn left. And we're going to get smacked. Bink. These don't make enough sense to do, so we'll go like this. We'll go like this. We'll attack. Cooper the Red, huh? I don't know. I think we might have that set for moderators only. I'm not sure. It's been years. All right, it's a game 3. We got a win, we got a loss, and we got a torch to the face. That's where my hair went. It burned it off, I tell you. That's what happened. Oh, good to know. I think there might only be 4 mountains in that list. Maybe green isn't the one to cut. Maybe we go after the red. There are no creatures. There's no graveyard, really. Let's bring in as much pain as we can. I'll lose a Stone Rain. You know, I'm going to lose a Wildfire. Pyroblasts? Stop them from drawing, maybe? There's too many... I know we got the little weird synergy with this. I'm not going to lean on that, though. I'm going to go like this. Bring in 3 of those. Let's see. So we've got 3 of those in our Mogg Fanatic. There's no other creatures we can bring in. We could bring in Lava Dart. It's a little overkill, so... I'll admit, MTG is a mystery to me. All right, let's go. Hopefully no dead cards here. As we play the last game of GEO-MONKEY. Woo! Oh, I see. All right. Maybe we can go 3-2 with this. That's a good hand. I like that. We'll keep this. We got early aggro. We can stop a problem with those... wait around and see cards like the expeditions. So you got like 2 or 3 turns to draw the answer for them. So I don't mind using one for something that's going to do that. Especially if we can tempo out here. Burn, blast, Molten Rain. That'll be good times. So this is the only turn where that pirate monkey's better. You know, we could have hit for 1. But then if they have any removal spell, we don't have a reaction for it because you have to be attacking for it to be active. Whereas... you give up that 1 turn, and then we're all good with the Mogg Fanatic. So even though it's older, I like it more. It's good times. I haven't seen any creatures. I'm not messing around. I'm just going to go for it here. I'm going to try to hit them hard and fast. And we're going to lean on Molten Rain on any of the outside lands that aren't basic and go for that. Yeah, that's the attitude, Ken Barb, especially with some Lightning Bolt, Molten Rain backup. We'll get some Ben Rubin's sleigh going on here, right? Old schoolers unite. Here we go. Thriving Grove. Ain't gonna thrive no more. Bolt main one? Send a message. Huh? Explore. There's an expensive card. Always like that card. Beautiful artwork. Oh my goodness. Sorry. I get a little deer in the headlights when I start looking at land like that. And Thriving Grove. What's he calling? What's he calling? Red. I say we get rid of the red one. Let's do it. Do it. Pursue it. Hit it wrong. Use this while we can. Get rid of that red. Take 2. Take another one. Have some fun. Doesn't this guy have a great quote? I forget. Does it say, I got it. I got it. You can't beat that card. It's got a Goonies quote in it. That's what Chunk said when the water bottle was falling over. Anybody remember that? I know Sapphire does. I raised that boy on the Goonies. Rumble reading. Destroy target land. Scry 2. Yes. Not a bad option. Not bad at all. And we're going to blow up that other one. Woohoo. Oh, we saw 4 of them. I guess we're going to have to wait on that. All right. I think I'm just going to play this. I'm just going to play it. I want more damage. We've seen that deck takes a long setup. I'll be getting a lightning bolt to turn this way. Everything Chunk says should be a famous quote. Da-da-da-da. Captain Chunk. It's a common refrain in this house. We'll open up the refrigerator and if somebody doesn't see what they want, they close it and go, damn it. Just like he does at that ice box outside of the Fratellis. Listen to a podcast with one of the Fratelli actors that's still alive. It was fascinating. Very cool stuff. All right. Shall we get rid of blue? Let's attack first. I say we get rid of red. Let's keep leaning on the plan to get rid of our stuff. Come on over for 3. Boom. Bah. We'll Stone Rain the mountain. Boop, boop, bum, bum. Hep. He's got a 3-turn clock. Let's see what happens here. What is this? Haro. Ultra timing. Boy, there is some beautiful artwork for Haro outside of the Zendikar builds. There's a promo one I've got that's really gorgeous. Makes you almost want to play it. Sometimes art's so good you just want to build a deck around it. That's when you know you got a problem. Resounding Thunder would be a cool card to play an opponent's deck, says Nimchimsky. Osh. Yeah, that'd be a Chunk would be a good goblin. That's the uncounterable one, right? All right, I gotta keep that dang Pyroblast available. Don't have a land. Don't have a land. Let's keep him off red, and he'll be dead. That's what I said. Setting booby traps. All right, we can pop that, maybe. Uncounterable 6 to the face. Yeah, the second that was printed, I always was like, how can I make this work? But that was back before everything could tap for every kind of mana. We don't have any Faithless Looting, and I want the flexibility of a counterspell here. So I'm going to go like this. We're going to go like this, and then blow up. I want to save that for a Molten. All right, we'll just get rid of a forest. Let's probably wait on a mountain there, but what are you going to do? Attack! Raw! Boom, boom. I guess we'll blow that up. Blow that up. Yeah, this is a good time to do it. He can't explore or do anything like that. Blow it up. Pow! Yeah, Pauper Tim, that life gain has gotten so respectable. That's probably the biggest change from back in the day till now is people used to kind of roll their eyes or it seemed like a noob move. Remember when I first started playing tokens, it was not taken seriously, and I would win a lot of tickets with that list, and then finally people started like coming to terms with like, you got to watch out because something like Delver, and there's just a lot of decks that can't finish you off if you've gained so much. But yeah, Weather the Storm, that's obscene. All right, so we're forcing them to use the torch early. My plan is working. Need to work on my minion voice. My son said today, says Nimchimsky, he thinks Pulsum Rasa should be banned in Pauper. He's coming right along. Nils. All right. Well, I think we're going to have to hold on to that and keep it. Well, assuming they're running 4 torches, they could have 2 more in their hand. It's the problem with Mogg Fanatic. What are you going to do against it? The answer? Nothing. Get out of my way, sucker. Come on, we need a Faithless Looting. Do something with that mountain. We will counter that. Just because I don't want him to draw a card. Bonk, bonk. No. Where is our removal? Any sort of lightning bolt. Ugh, man. All right, we really want Faithless Looting here. Into 2 lightning bolts. That would be nice. Yikes. Everybody's been here before. Acting like we got something. We got nothing. Maybe they're in the same boat. 3 lands in their hand. Who knows? So fitting, right? We're playing land destruction against a ramp deck. We're getting there for what it's worth. If we win this one, we will be 3-2 technically. Don't feel like it, but all right. We'll get them in lightning bolt range. And now we're going to start seeing some like walls show up, and we're like, we're not prepared for that. Would make a lot of sense, Hypnotic Wall with that, right? Tribal Flames, Exploding. Yep. All good. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. All right. Well, play that and keep moving. So many spells we could win with here. Come on. Just something. 2 torches down. We haven't seen any graveyard recursion here. Can't do nothing about Growth Spiral. Underplayed, but I don't know where you'd play it. One of those cards that a couple years from now it's going to come full circle and people will be like, what? Why hasn't anybody made something with this yet? Those cards are everywhere, folks. Go out and explore. Enjoy yourself. Hey, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. All right, let's make an exception. This Cougar's like, if this wins the game, it's just going to be like such a cool thing for the deck. Just like, it's like he's talking to him in a Mr. T voice, like, "How did you badmouth me, sucker?" Saying this tier 2 at best. It's like, it's just going to show up and seal the deal. Yeah, I think a deck like that competed in the Pauperganda and really liked it. May have been brewed up by Deluxe. Pretty good odds on that one. Being a pauper dinosaur has its perks. Man, this guy really likes traveling. All these expeditions. I think he calls that hiker.deck. All right, that's enough bad dad jokes. What do we got? A moment's peace coming up? Or, you know, you could play that Grazing Gladeheart, I think it is. Every time a land comes into play, you gain 2 life. That'd be out of range real quick with this thing. He's going to be gaining 8 life. Is that what that one reads again? 8 life. Yep. Damn. Thank God for the cougar. I'm sorry about what I said, cougar. That doesn't look like a cougar. Looks like a lion. Cat beast. Yeah, there's another one. I call it the Scola Cola. Kitchen table games with my boys. He really abuses that one too. I look at it and go, next. He's been getting me pretty good with it though. All right. Well, I'm going to go all in with the lands. Hope it hits, and then I'm going to drop the idol and stop waiting for Godot, waiting for Faithless Looting. I'm a little worried, and I want to say this publicly before my mom gets here. I feel a little frog in my throat today. I hope it's nothing. I'm going to have some soup for lunch. It's probably just because I'm talking too much. But I wanted to like officially say it so that, you know, she's not even in the state yet. And so if she had arrived like yesterday and I started feeling this, I'd be like, oh no, what's going on? I'm sure I'm fine. I haven't been sick in like a long time. That's the worst thing about this COVID, you know. You get just your common cold, which is very typical this time of year, and everybody probably just gets like, oh no, what's the deal? Speaking of Vietnamese, my son's favorite food is the pho, the noodles, and the whole family likes that. We always get that. All right, 3-2 with GEO-MONKEY. Of course, that includes a Tron scoop. Let's call that the bladder scoop, right? So I think 2 Chartooth Cougars, give and go. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Before we run away here, let's dissect. Let's take away some stuff. Icefall I think is pretty cool. I just think maybe we need more early pressure early. We weren't here to really smash like we were the last few weeks. This is just, one of those creative brews, and I always want to be careful to not, just always playing a meta deck or something that can kill a meta deck, and those are great. And I love doing them. Believe me, I'm a competitive person, but in the end, that's why we play this format, because there's so many options. It's just endless variety. So you got to kind of keep things fresh. So go for the transformational sideboard, Chimsky says. Exhume Olmox. I was thinking that, and then you could run the what's that thing called? It has Swamp and Mountain Walk, and it has Haste, the Igneous Pouncer, for that one black mana. You might not even want to go there, though. You could probably lean on I don't know, some maybe that expedition map style build, and then you could get real flexible. I know I keep coming back to that, but I think there might be something there. Expedition map's a very neat card because it keeps you in it, and especially if you have any synergy to return it, you're able to do quite a bit of things. Get very flexible, and there's so many spells that just cost one of something. There's very few that do the double duty here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Kurt Ape. Anything and everyone blocks it. So Lovecraft in the house right at the end of the show. Anyway, guys, so I'm going to leave you with this. The deck list will be in the chat, and if you follow me on Facebook and such, I'll probably post I spent quite a bit of time this morning kind of tweaking this from the original. I didn't want to go too far off. Oh, before I do, let me show you where the original one that was. This is the updated original one. Same number of lands. He ran four bolts for this one thrill instead of any sort of one drop creatures, and I made room for 3 of the other ones. And then we've got the same package throughout here, and then 3 cougars. So I believe I lost. What did I lose here? I lost 1 cougar, the thrill, and a bolt for 3 of the vampires, so that I could pitch them to turn on the Icefall in a pinch. And then the sideboard's pretty different too. This would have really helped in those first 2 games that we seemed like we were just losing all the time. But monkey business, that would have been another good one. So, thank you for the compliment, Torvis. Like I said, try to bring you new, fresh content all the time. Might not always be the most competitive, but hey, 3-2 ain't bad, especially for something as rogue and strange as this. So keep your mind open and your wits about you, and we'll see you next week on Pauperganda, everybody. Let me see what I should go out with here. We got Playmats or the second dog. Let's go with the dog part 2. Adios.
So into the final minute, and Olive in possession, but this is where Mabel is strong, chasing the game, using that intensity. We saw it in the semi-final, staring at a slightly torn cloth rabbit for over 7.5 minutes. And perhaps a few signs of overconfidence from her rival, a bit of showboating. Needs to be careful. And there's the change from the classic hold, still placed on the outside though, great technique. And a glance at the youngster who shows little emotion, but her mind will be empty. 20 seconds to go now. Olive closing in on victory and that coveted prize of being told she's a very good dog. 1 paw to control and a switch. Now Mabel sensing this might be a chance, still waiting, still believing. And you wonder what Olive is doing here, only has to hold on. Going to the upright though, high tariff with no opposable thumbs, high risk at this stage. And it's gone, and Mabel takes it. No mercy from the younger dog, who takes this victory just as time runs out. A famous win built on patience and sheer belief. For Olive, only thoughts of what might have been, but only herself to blame. She's given this one away, and that will hurt most of all.
Available at all fine Sinclair superstores.